Snapshot 23w05a is here. Smaller and more incremental this time than the bombshell that struck last week, but still with some news and fixes. My name is Sliced Lime, let me show you everything that has changed, starting with some follow-ups to the Update 120 experimental gameplay. Armor trims can now be applied to leather armor as well as other armor types. This means you can also combine dyed leather armor with all colors of armor trims. Very colorful. In addition to that, armor trims can now also be applied to armor of the same material as the trim. When you do this, you get a slightly different, darker pattern. The Dune armor trim pattern has been updated. Loot chances for armor trims have been updated as well. Dune, Coast, Wild and Sentry trims now always generate 2 in each chest in those structures. The Netherite upgrade smithing template is now twice as common as in the previous snapshot. Every Stronghold library chest now has a guarantee of 1 eye armor trim, and in addition, the chance to find a Vex armor trim smithing template is now greatly increased in the Woodland Mansion chests, and the chances for finding smithing templates overall have been slightly increased. A bug with Stronghold loot tables being mixed up has been fixed, and a number of bugs with the new smithing table user interface have been fixed, including some text fixes and user interface elements being in the wrong location. In other user interface news, this version has a brand new screen for the Create New World options. When you first open the screen, it now has the most important options up front: world name, game mode, and difficulty. The rest of the options are now organized into several tabs. The world tab has world type, seed, and options for the world generation. The more tab contains more advanced options like data packs and game rules. As part of this change, the import and export world options have also been removed. By the way, if you like being updated about new world screens in new versions through new videos, go ahead and pop a new click on the old like button, and let me know what you think about these changes in the comments. Other small user interface changes. You can now access the languages menu from the welcome screen. Tooltips now display in a different position in the menu UI, so buttons are still readable. And there are 2 new options available on both the accessibility screen and the video options screen, controlling the speed and transparency of the enchantment glint. Speaking of the glint, the default settings of those sliders have also changed to tweak the glint further from the last snapshot. By default, it now animates slower. A bug has also been fixed that would cause capes to jitter when players wearing them moved. In gameplay news, one big bug fix in this version: you can now replace armor by using an armor piece held in your hand, even if that slot was already occupied by another piece of armor. In mob news, some small animation bug fixes involving frogs and camels not playing their walking animation when taking damage, and axolotls stuttering while moving slowly. Drowned now also have a separate animation for swimming once again. In news for the experimental camel mobs, they now have a smooth transition to idle when they stop moving, and camels with a large last post-tick data value no longer cause problems. In technical news, a new option is now available for the effect command. Instead of a number, you can now use infinite as the effect duration. This makes the effect last forever and shows an infinity symbol instead of the remaining time in the user interface. You can also make a potion effect on an item or projectile be infinite duration by setting its duration value in data to -1. If you set a frog's no AI field to true, they will no longer play a running animation. And in resource pack news, a bug with the new paletted permutations has been fixed, making pixels that are not present on the palette remain instead of being erased. In data packs, trim materials have a new field called Override Armor Materials. And that is all for Snapshot 23w05a. My name is Sliced Lime, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.